Hi, and thank you for joining us. Today we'll be demonstrating the lumbar stability test. This is one of 3 isometric endurance tests of the trunk flexor and extensor muscles. The purpose of this test is to check for the stability of the spinal muscles of a client. It will help to indicate if the client is at risk for a back injury and also to evaluate the strength of the muscles to reduce a possible back injury. So we'll be doing a test for the trunk flexor muscles. The materials you will need for this test are a stopwatch, which I'll be using on the phone, as well as a board, or I'll be using a step bench to show the incline for the client. Hello. So first you want to ensure that the client has filled out all the pre-assessment forms and that this is the correct assessment for them. Then you'll explain to the client about what they will be doing during this assessment. So you'll be placing your feet flat on the floor. Thank you. And your feet, knees, and hip will be at a 90-degree angle. So we've already gone over the test with this client, so he already knows what to do, but just to keep going with the test, you will now cross your hands over your chest and brace your shoulders. Then you will take the board and place it against the client's back at that 60-degree angle. Have the client go fully into the board as if they're laying back into it. Relax. And now you'll have the client just test this position a couple of times to make sure that they have the proper form during the assessment. Okay. You can test it. All right, hold. And that looks good, so we can go on with the assessment. Okay. So again, you want to remind the client that they're going to engage and hold firm their abdominal and back muscles in a neutral position so that they're not completely tense, but just nice and firm. And that they will hold it for as long as they possibly can. So once you remove the board, you're going to start the timer. Okay, are you ready? All right, fully engaged in the back. Ready? Okay. At this time during the assessment, you're going to be watching to make sure that the client stays in that 60-degree angle. If they do fall below the 60-degree angle, you'll want to stop the timer and the test will be done at that point. Or if you see the shoulders are rounding or their back starts to round and they're starting to give into that position. So now that he fell just, slightly beyond that 60-degree, we will be ending the test. You'll want to complete the other 2 lumbar stability tests to calculate the final ratio and to get the client's true results. The strengths of this test is that it requires minimal equipment. It's very easy. It has a very short duration, so it's easy for the client. And the results are pretty accurate. The weaknesses for this test are that it's not universal for all people. And if someone does have a slight back issue, it could aggravate and cause pain during the assessment. And it has a very vague poor or good result. So it's not the best test, but it does at least give you some idea of the stability of the lumbar trunk flexors and extensors. I hope you enjoyed this demonstration, and as always, stay well.